want to switch places with me actually? Like, I did the last one. I think this is my biggest tip of all. You guys know that we got only 4 eggs initially last time.
I'm proud of you no matter what the number is.
It's just a lot, you know? My heart is definitely racing. It's exactly what I packed last time for the day. I feel like I've not been myself for so long now. This time I'm more focused on the results. I'm just so proud. I'm so proud of my number.
No, I'm not crying. You're crying.
Because it's just not something I thought was possible for me.
You can do that. Yeah, you're pretty amazing.
Holy crap, amazing.
Hello everybody, it is Single here and welcome back to my channel. I hope y'all are doing super duper well. Ignore construction outside. There is literally one of those things with the scooper in the backyard right now, digging things. It's super squeaky too. But welcome to what I believe is officially my second egg retrieval vlog. If you are just stumbling across my channel now, my name is Mac, my husband's name is Jack, yes, Mac and Jack, and we are on a 2.5-ish year-long infertility journey so far, and I've documented every single bit of it basically on this channel, and I have a full playlist that I will leave linked down below in case you want to binge those videos. But in short, we are on our second cycle. We got one beautiful embryo last time, so we are on our second one to hopefully retrieve a few more before we go ahead and transfer. If anything resonates with you in this video or you just want to stick around to send positive vibes while we try to grow our family, I would love it if you hit the subscribe button because we upload here on Tuesday. No, that is not when we upload, on Wednesdays and Sundays. In the last vlog, you guys saw us get the call that it was time to trigger, and to say that I was emotional about triggering last night is like an understatement. Both Jack and I couldn't stop smiling. It's just such a freaking cool moment, especially if you've just been having a hard time with the stims and everything feels so emotional and big, which it is emotional and it is big, and to get to this point, I'm just like so proud of my body right now, and I feel like we are just literally so close to the finish line and I am just dragging myself. But I was gathering my things for tomorrow so I could just mentally check it off my list, and I thought it could be super helpful because I've gotten a lot of messages within my Instagram DMs about what I did to prepare for my egg retrieval, helpful tips and tricks, etc. This is exactly what I did last time. It's exactly what I packed last time for the day, and everything went so good, and I didn't feel like I didn't use any of this stuff, and I also didn't feel like I needed any more of anything. So first off, I packed Tylenol. I feel like Tylenol, just when you're going through anything having to do with the uterus of sorts, is very useful, and I know a lot of clinics don't advise. Oh, don't listen to me. Stop listening. Creepy. Siri is getting so creepy. But a lot of clinics will not like you to take ibuprofen like close to procedures or in a treatment cycle. Basically, if you can't have it when you're pregnant, they don't really advise it during a treatment cycle, but Tylenol is safe. But check your nurse. Don't listen to me. Check with your nurse and doctor in your specific clinic. But it's safe for me, and I'm allergic to ibuprofen anyway, so specifically I packed this on my egg retrieval day because since I am allergic to ibuprofen, they can't put the painkiller they would normally put in my IV. So they asked me to take Tylenol right before coming into the clinic, so it's had its time to work, and that did wonders last time. It really worked. It was totally fine. As somebody who couldn't even have the painkiller in their IV, didn't feel any pain. Not any pain when I woke up, not any pain for days after, just a fullness feeling, but pain-wise, we are Gucci. Speaking of avoiding some potential pain though, this apparently was a known thing and I didn't know about it until like the day before my first egg retrieval, but every woman I know recommends that you get some sort of stool softener because a really common side effect of anesthesia is constipation, and honestly, when you're already feeling full, like people have been poking around in here, you don't want to feel full or uncomfortable in other ways. So some women will take this like 2 to 3 days before their egg retrieval leading up to it to just kind of take it preventatively. And this, by the way, the one I'm talking about is Colace. I saw that being recommended recommended a lot. The one I took the day of last time was Miralax, and I feel like it did its job. I don't know if I would have been constipated with or without it, you know, but it did its job. But I wanted to try this one this time because I just see a lot of women really like it. So this is the day before the egg retrieval. I actually took one because it says take 1 to 3 capsules. Read the directions though. So I took just one for now, the day before my egg retrieval, and then around the same time tomorrow after my egg retrieval, I'll be sure to take another one. So it's just working, it's in my system. And then weirdly, I think this is my biggest tip of all. Like, the medicine's really important, and like, you know, everything's important. But the thing that I am just so glad I did last time was bring my own snacks. Now, you can bring any snacks you want, but put yourself in the shoes of someone waking up from anesthesia. You were probably really nervous, potentially, of the procedure before, and you can't eat anything from like midnight onward the night before. So depending on when your procedure is in the morning, you might be really hungry before going in. So the last thing you want when you wake up is crappy hospital-like snacks after you wake up. The ones that they handed me last time I didn't even know what that was. Like, it was just a disgrace to all snacks everywhere. It was a disgrace. So knowing myself and knowing how much I hate a bad snack, and also how hungry I do indeed get, I decided to pack the most delectable, delicious snack that I could think of for after my egg retrieval. And I packed last time Little Bites, so I got them again because yes, they did taste as incredible as you would think after an egg retrieval, and just in general, they always taste amazing anyway. And then my favorite are these blueberry ones that I showed you guys, but then right next to them at Market Basket the other day when I was picking up my snacks, I saw these ones, and you know what they look like? Funfetti, and I personally am a massive Funfetti fan. So I grabbed 2 boxes of those. So I've got a couple of the blueberry, which I know I like, and a Funfetti one. And not only was it just delicious to have a snack that you love, but like to taste something so happy after your retrieval, I cannot recommend it. And then as far as what I'm going to wear, I'm actually going to wear the exact same thing that I wore last time. You want to wear something comfy. You want to wear something easy to get on and off your body. You're not going to be in it for long because as soon as you go back there, you're going to change into a gown. But the last thing I personally wanted to do was like pull up like spandex, for example. As comfy as they can be, I just needed loose, you know? So I've got these sweat shorts that are so comfy. These are from Aerie. I've got a comfy pair of underwear I know is not uncomfortable. And I've got this bralette, which is so comfy. It's literally, there's no like padding or anything in it. It's just fabric, which is the most comfiest thing ever. But I'm wearing the same exact one that I wore last time because they let me keep on my bralette if I wanted to, because all they have to do is easily access just like your upper chest area to put on your like heart monitor sticky things during the procedure. And so my nurse let me keep that on, and it actually made a big difference for me. Someone who was so scared. I was so terrified. If you are someone stumbling across this video terrified of your egg retrieval, you're not alone. You can go back and watch my first egg retrieval. You can just see the terror in my eyes before walking into that clinic. I was so scared. But I'm here to tell you that I'm not nervous. I'm literally not nervous for tomorrow at all. So you know that it went okay. You know everyone was so nice. But anyway, as someone who was so terrified, being able to keep a piece of my clothing on just felt really good. I was able to keep a little bit more clothed. I was able to have a piece of my clothing on my body. It just felt really nice and comforting. I think the word is comforting. So that's why I grabbed the most comfortable bralette that I own, because I know that I can wear it for longer than just walking in and walking out. And then my friends, the socks. They give you socks when you get there, but those, they're not it, sis. They don't pass the vibe check. So bring your comfiest socks that you own. I grabbed these ones. They're the same ones I did last time, and I got a lot of compliments on them. They're from Madewell, actually. The next things that you need to bring are your wallet, you know, just in case. You always want your wallet anyway. It's got your license and your ID, but more specifically, make sure you bring your insurance card just in case. Not that insurance did anything for me this cycle, but you know, it's just in case. And then I also have a mask. My clinic has plenty of masks to go around, and actually when I got back to my prep room, on the bed they had a fresh mask for me, which I switched out because who doesn't love a fresh mask, you know, to walk into the clinic freaking things. I'm bringing a mask. Oh, and then something that's not here. I'm bringing just a thin crew neck sweatshirt just in case I get cold to go over the bralette and with my outfit. And then I'll probably just wear Birks on my feet so I can just slip my feet in and out of them, wear them with socks, you know, be comfy. So yeah, that is literally everything. I'm just going to put everything in my bag right now so I just know it's in there. For me, having my outfit laid out and having everything packed into a single bag the night before the procedure, it just takes it out of my mind as a list item that I have to think about. And then tonight, my friends, I don't have any stamps. I literally don't have to take a single frickin' needle, and I cannot tell. I'm beaming. I'm beaming. I don't know what it was about this stim cycle. You guys have seen it all. I did not enjoy it. It was not fun. Would I do it 1,000 times over again if it brought me a baby? Absolutely. I was just discouraged. I wasn't myself. I've lost my appetite, actually. I haven't been able to eat the things that I usually like to eat. My energy levels are 0. Like, I hope I'm coming across at least a little bit energized in this clip, but they're not there anymore. My motivation is for sure not there. I'm filming this instead of doing work that I really should be doing right now because I take my egg retrieval days completely off. Not that I'm in pain, but it's just, I shouldn't be writing emails after that for sure. So yeah, I should be doing work, but the motivation's low. And plus, this is such an exciting time that, like, how am I supposed to focus on anything else? Literally, how am I supposed to focus? But with that, my friends, I will see you around 9:30 tomorrow morning when we go in for our procedure. I can't believe this is here. This is wild. Here we are.
We're exactly where we need to be.
Exactly. This parking lot is so packed. I haven't seen it this packed in so long.
Not as packed as your ovaries, though.
That's so true. Oh my gosh. How am I feeling? I'm nervous. I wouldn't say I'm not anxious. I feel like I'm just always operating on an anxiety level of sorts. My heart is definitely racing, but I couldn't even speak last time going into.
You broke down like every other 2 minutes.
Every other 2 minutes, I was fully having and on the verge of an anxiety attack. I think I'm just, this is regular nerves. My anxiety is clinging to, like, the nurses not being nice and the anesthesiologist killing me with ibuprofen, like, just, you know, the normal things that it usually clings to. But I know that those are rooted in anxiety, so I'm just, like, trying to tell myself that, and I will feel better once I, like, talk to everyone. Once I get in there and see people.
Oh, yeah.
Like last time, I will feel a lot better. I'm nervous for a whole slew. Like, I'm nervous about any pain I might feel this time, even though I didn't feel any pain last time. I think I'm just nervous about that. But then also, this time I'm more focused on the results. Whereas last time I was like, I want this day over with so bad. I was so scared. But I just really want better results, you know?
Yeah.
Truthfully, if it's like a 5, I'll be slightly disappointed. Like, if it's too close to a 4, I know that I might be slightly disappointed, but at the same time, we got 1 out of 4 last time, and it was really good quality embryo. So I think my brain and my nervousness is just being like, come on, like, let's get these, you know, like, let's do this.
Yeah.
How are you feeling? Tell me. I'm
excited.
He's so excited.
I'm not nervous, or I don't think the anesthesiologist is gonna kill me.
Fair, yeah. You want to switch places with me, actually? Like, I did the last one.
I don't think I have the necessary parts.
But I did the last one.
I can play pretend, but it's not gonna get us very far.
That's fair.
I think that everything is going to go A-okay.
Yeah.
And however many we get is perfect.
Thanks.
Yeah. That's just bonus at this point, baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of not, though, because what if the first one doesn't work and then we have to, like, we need another one, you know?
We'll figure it out.
Okay.
You're gonna rock it.
Guys.
I'm gonna feed you little muffins after.
Oh, my little I'm so looking forward to it. I'm hungrier than I was last time. We're going in an hour later than we did last time, but also you couldn't have fed me anything last time. I would have thrown up out of anxiety. So, okay guys, we'll see you guys after.
Hell yeah.
There's so much to tell you guys, but it went well. I'm not in any pain. I've got a heating pad right there, and I'm comfortable, and I just wanted to let them know that if they're scared of their egg retrieval, it's the second time, and I feel really good. How do you feel?
Very excited.
You show how excited you are.
Like over 9,000. Like over 9,000 excited. Yeah. Yeah. Mac did so good, you guys. Yeah.
We'll update you guys later. Oh, hello, my friends. Do I look as dead as I feel? Yeah, pretty much. I definitely do. It is the very next day, the day after our second egg retrieval, and I feel well enough today to give an update. And before any details fly out of my head, I think I'll start with anything notable about this egg retrieval versus last egg retrieval. And then of course, we do have the number of eggs that we got this round, so I will be sure to tell you that. And I also have footage of telling my parents about how many eggs we got, so stick around for that. But first, if you guys are looking for a fully detailed account of my egg retrieval experience, I go into much more detail on my first egg retrieval vlog. So I'll leave that linked down below, as well as my full fertility playlist in case you want to binge any of those videos. But I think for this one, I'll just note the differences. How did I feel going into it? I was definitely a mix of anxious and nervous, and I still indeed was shaking like a leaf. But the woman that grabbed me from the waiting room to take me back was the same woman that was taking me back for my first retrieval. So immediately when I saw her face, I just felt so comforted, because she helped me so much last time when I was just on the verge of an anxiety attack the entire time. And I thought she wouldn't remember me because they see so many people and they do these things for a full week once a month, 10 patients a day or so. So I expressed that I was really glad that it was her, and I was really happy to see her face. And she actually said to me that she did remember me from last time. She asked, how are we feeling today? And she was just so sweet. And so that was just such a great start. And I would say overall this time, I don't know if they were just super booked last time or just in a rush to catch up with the schedule or something. Last time went great, as you guys know. I felt super supported the whole time, but this time it just felt like no one was rushing around, and I actually don't think they had as many patients to see that day specifically as they did on the day of my first one, because by the time we were up and leaving, all of the beds were completely empty and they were kind of just wrapping up, and it was only like, I don't know, 11:30 at that point. So it just felt very calm, and it felt like no one was rushing around. I didn't hear a lot of footsteps outside my curtain or anything like that. So it was actually more calming this time for sure. And then you guys know that one of the things that my anxiety likes to cling to is my IV that I get for anesthesia, antibiotics, etc., because I'm not allowed to have the painkillers in there, as I've said before, because I'm allergic to ibuprofen, aspirin-based things. And so I took Tylenol right before heading in, but I don't know, I just think that they're gonna kill me in there or something. I'm always so nervous they'll forget that it's not noted in the right places, that they're just like going through the motions, so they're gonna give me something that would kill me. But also I really wanted the same exact, what I call cocktail, as last time, because instead of the pain medications, he put in a little bit of fentanyl, and that just took the edge off everything, and I felt that it definitely made me more comfortable waking up. And for some reason in my head, he was gonna be resistant resistant to giving me that. I have no idea. You guys saw me ask my nurse to make a note on my OR chart that I would like the same thing, and so when I went back there, and the lady that was taking me back there that I love so much, she asked me if I had absolutely any questions, and I expressed that my nurse made a note, and she lifted up my OR chart, and there was a physical sticky note from my beloved nurse that literally verbatim said she wants the same IV cocktail as she had last time. And the woman even flipped through the papers and showed that the anesthesiologist has the records of exactly what he gave me last time, so it was all documented there. I know it might seem like overkill that I need all of this reassurance, but nobody there has ever made me feel like it was overkill or it was an inconvenience that I had asked for these things, or that my anxiety is an inconvenience. So it just blows me away every time I'm in there. And then the last thing I'll note is my OR nurse, so the nurse that brings me physically into the OR and is with me the whole time right next to my head as I fall asleep. I didn't think that it could get better than the last OR nurse because she was really comforting, but this OR nurse freaking was like speaking affirmations to me, and I am someone that really appreciated that. When she was done hooking me up and putting me in position and everything, she immediately grabbed my hand, and I didn't realize how hard I was probably squeezing her hand. But when I woke up, she made a comment that she thought her bones were gonna break, and I was like, yeah, I was so nervous. She was literally the sweetest person. She just told me to look right into her eyes. She told me to take deep breaths with her. She said everybody in here is rooting for you and wants the best for you, and I'm like getting choked up thinking about that, because as much as my anxiety and my brain wants to think that these people don't care or I'm just a number or whatever, they prove me wrong every time with such kindness and compassion. It's just so beautiful to be reminded that the people there are like that. So I don't think she'll ever know how much that meant to me, but it really meant a lot to me. And they walked me through every step of the way, and just like last time, they told me exactly when the IV was being administered, and they said you might taste a little metallic taste in your mouth, and I was like, yes, and they were like, feel free to close your eyes. And before they said that, I remember saying, yep, here I go, and I just blacked out. I don't remember anything after that. Another thing that's different is when you wake up from the procedure, you're on the technically operating table, but it's a really nice squishy bed. But then afterwards they bring in the bed that you were lying in before and after, your like pre and post-op hospital bed. So you just have to scooch over from the operating bed to your like post-op bed. And I remember waking up right on the operating table last time when it was all over. I remember scooching over. I remember talking to people. This time I don't remember that at all. Like, I literally do not remember waking up in that OR at all. I remember waking up in the room with Jack, and I had to ask someone, did you all have to lift me from that table to my bed, like back to my bed? And they're like, no, you were fully awake. You scooted right over just fine. And I'm like, that's scary. That is so scary that I remember 0 moments of that whatsoever. Don't remember a thing. Then they had heat packs for me. I honestly felt totally fine, very similar to what I felt last time. I think it was more sensations in there, maybe slight crampy. But since I was still coming out of anesthesia, it really wasn't a bother at all. It was very comfortable. However, my friends, last time I just kept up on my Tylenol just in case, kind of just as a more precaution more than anything. And the next day I was up, I was going for a walk on my favorite trail, a very slow snail pace walk, but I went about 2 miles. I had a podcast in, I wanted to get my legs moving. So I thought this was going to be the same this time. It was very evident that the Tylenol and staying on top of the Tylenol was not necessarily for precaution, it was for necessity this time, because I feel super beat up. There's definitely some cramping, I wouldn't say I would compare it to period cramps at all. It's just more so people were poking around in there, but definitely more cramping than I had last time. And then my sides, you guys, they're like so annoying. I'm not writhing in pain, and I'm not, sitting here like moaning through anything. It's not like that. It's just freaking annoying. I thought I would be able to just get back fully to it. Basically, the next day I'd get to do some work things after taking the day off yesterday. I had a mini breakdown around 11 a.m. this morning when I realized that I just couldn't go at the speed that I thought I was going to be able to go at today. And nobody besides myself is putting that pressure on me. I just have a really hard time when I'm not productive or when I have some expectations that I set for myself that I can't meet. I think even more so, I just started feeling really guilty because Jack has just really picked up the slack that I have dropped for so long. I know he doesn't look at it like that at all, and he had to make sure I believed him when I was having my breakdown earlier. But that, it's just a lot, you know? I feel like I've not been myself for so long now. It's only been a few weeks, but still that's so long of just not feeling like yourself at all. The stimulation medications this time just completely took everything out of me, mentally and physically. And he's just been so great, and he cooks everything for me, and he cleans, and he literally has just like taken over every household duty because I just haven't been able to. And I just feel so guilty about that, but he's assured me that that's the least he can do in his eyes. You know, I'm doing all these things and I'm taking the medications, I'm going through the procedures, but it just makes me feel really guilty and I can't help it. And so when the egg retrieval came, I was just so excited, and I'm still so excited that it's over, but I was so excited because I knew that last time, by the next day, I just felt my spirits lifting again, and I felt myself coming back, and that's just not the case this time at all. I'm just down for the count, and I'm not myself still, and I had that expectation that I would be able to get back to helping Jack around the house and pulling my weight in things, and it's just not the case. And I had to just kind of settle into that, and he was just so amazing, just expressing how he just doesn't look at it like that at all, and that was really helpful to hear. Oh my gosh, I did not expect to go on that rant at all. That's just what came out. I literally was just gonna give an update as to just basically how I'm feeling or like what happened yesterday, but I needed to get that out. The thing is, I don't think I'm done crying giving you this update, because next I want to go into how many eggs we got for this IVF cycle. You guys know that we got only 4 eggs initially last time, and in my mind I thought it was over at that point. I thought I was out of the running because that is just such a low amount of eggs, and considering drop-off rates, I wasn't sure that we were going to get any embryos by the end of it, but we got one perfect embryo by the end of our first IVF cycle. And so this time, looking at my follicles going into it, still always kind of tough to tell, but I think I personally could see around maybe 7 or 8 or so. I didn't want to get my hopes up at all, so they tell you right then and there how many eggs they got. And for our clinic, our doctor writes it on a little piece of paper. And I remember the last time when we only got 4, he kind of braced us before he flipped around that piece of paper. He basically said, you know, I don't know how you're gonna feel about this, but we can absolutely talk about it. And he kind of like set me up for when he flipped it around and it was only 4, and I was very disappointed. Obviously, I think I looked at him and said, that's a pathetic amount of eggs. I was very drugged up, but that's also how I did feel internally. But this time my doctor came in after, and I saw he had the piece of paper, and he didn't say anything. He didn't preface anything. He didn't, you know, get me ready to be disappointed about anything. He just flipped around the paper, and I can't even talk about it. And it had the number 10 on it. We got a double-digit number. And that's so exciting for us. That's incredible. I'm so proud of my body for being able to do that, because it's just not something I thought was possible for me to do that. I remember he flipped the paper around and my jaw just dropped. I literally looked at him and was just like it was in utter shock. I thought it was going to be 8 at most, and that was going to be our best case scenario, but never in my whole life did I think that I would see 2 numbers, you know, 2 digits, how many eggs we got, and I'm just so proud. I'm so proud of my number. I immediately just covered my face and like started crying. And my doctor was like, gosh darn it, where are the tissues in here? Because he's so happy for us as well, and he got us some tissues, and I just held up my hand and I high-fived him and I said we did it. Because we did. We really did. Oh my gosh. I think my favorite part of yesterday was, one, that we definitely got 10 eggs. That was definitely my favorite part. But right when we got in the car after, I called my parents to tell them the news about 10 eggs. And so I'm just gonna roll that clip right here. Hi, Dad.
Yeah.
Hi.
So she's tired, and she said she's not in too much pain, just sensation.
No. And then this.
Jack feeling?
Jack's
Oh,
doing well.
I'm doing okay, you know.
Jack's doing good.
Thanks for asking.
Everyone was like, if they could be more sweet, they were more sweet this time. Like,
Yeah.
I got to meet the embryologist this time, and like, it was really great. And then, doctor came out right after, and we got 4 last time. Yeah.
Whoa! Holy crap! Holy crap!
Yeah.
I got 10.
I'm gonna build you a coop out back.
I know.
Holy crap! That's amazing.
Oh. It wasn't for nothing.
My goodness, no.
Yeah, right, that's fine.
It's double digits.
You just said the other day you would be happy with 6.
Yeah, literally.
Starting with 6.
I got 10.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh,
I know. I know.
oh my god. I'm like, oh my god. So, did you tell him it was pathetic?
No.
I gave him a high five.
It was so funny.
I was like, we did it.
Yeah. And then he goes, God, where are the tissues in this room? Like,
I couldn't help it. I was just like, I don't know what I did. You know what I did. I forget everything.
no, you literally looked at it and like you welled up and you were like, that's double digits. And then you looked at him and like gave him the high five, and like she just kind of like stuck out her hand and Doctor like,
Oh my god.
Wow.
yeah.
I know. So that's what we know right now.
So now the embryologist.
They're mixing our cocktail right now. Tomorrow we'll know how many fertilize. And
Yeah, and then you have to wait the 5 days, right?
yeah, and so they said this time like it's Monday or Tuesday. I'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye. Had to tell them.
Yeah.
Had to
So
gloat
excited.
about my eggs.
As
guys.
you should gloat about your egg.
Oh my gosh. We did that. Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah,
It's nuts.
it is nice. Look at us go.
I'm proud of you no matter what the number is.
I know.
I just want you to know that.
You're allowed to be
There's no
happy
pressure.
with
I'm
that number.
very happy.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want you to know that. So much.
You're gonna make me cry.
Why?
Because you're so
No, I'm not crying. You're crying. Can't believe it.
It's so
Can you believe it?
No. That is so good.
How am I supposed to go back to work
You're
when
not.
I have 10 eggs?
You're not supposed to go back to work. We're just supposed to snuggle all day.
Okay. I'm just so happy like your body
Did
is normal.
in this instance, yes.
But like you can do this.
I can.
Yeah. I just like for yourself, like I just that's so cool. Like, I try to think of like if I was in your body,
Yeah.
and like trying to feel like what you must be feeling like, and I feel some of it, right? Because like it's both of us, but like there are things that I can feel and do, and I won't understand that, but like I try to, and like seeing this number and like putting myself in like your psyche, like how significant this number is.
Don't make me cry.
Well, it makes me cry. Like, it's awesome, you know? You can do that. Yeah, you're pretty amazing. Yeah.
It's like the first time I've ever felt like I know I'm not broken. Like, I know that.
You know?
But like, it's the first time I felt completely not. You know, he said...
Yeah. You said normal.
He said the word normal. I've just not felt that this whole time.
Yeah.
And it happened.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
The math be mathin'.
The math be mathin'.
It's awesome.
I love you.
I love you too.
So now that we're all crying, the next step, my friends, as a lot of you know, is the fertilization results. So we got 10 eggs, and at my clinic, they don't differentiate between 10 mature and unmature eggs. They just say that we have 10 eggs, and then we see how many successfully fertilize overnight, and they call me with those results the very next day. So now we wait for the fertilization results, and I'm nervous, but I don't think I feel as much dread and anxiousness as I felt the last time when we only had 4 and we just didn't have as much room for drop off. Of course, I'm a little nervous that there's going to be a drastic drop off, and you know, anything can happen in these cycles, but I just don't feel as much anxiety around what comes with a low number, if that makes sense. So those results, my friends, will be in next vlog. Thank you so much for hearing me today, for listening to this part of our story. You all brighten our lives in more ways than I think you'll ever know. So I just am so grateful that you're here. If you're new and any of this video resonated with you in any way, or you just want to send good vibes for us growing our family, make sure you hit the subscribe button before you head out, because I post videos here typically on Wednesdays and Sundays. Everybody, do not forget to give this video a big old thumbs up, and we will catch you in the next one, my friends. I'll see you later. Bye.